The crypto market starts to correct. U.S. lawmakers aim to kill stablecoins, and I will introduce you to something called Stable Act. Peace and Grand Rising family. Want to welcome you to another episode of Max Crypto News, where we talk about these intangible crypto coins at all times. Family, today we got a nice subject set up where we got to talk about some things that's going on in the news right now. It seems like the government is coming after stable coins. They're trying to kill them. Bitcoin and the altcoins and the whole cryptocurrency market is in a correction, but it's one crypto that is staying green and still going up in the midst of this correction. I will show you that. And also, I'm going to introduce you to something called the Stable Act, which was introduced by the Democrats. All right, family. You know, like I do, family. You know, I don't waste too much time. Listen, if you want to join my Max Advanced Crypto class, family, look, email me at bmac252.sf@gmail.com. Again, email me at bmac252.sf@gmail.com. Pay that $99 and you will get access to the advanced crypto class and all the videos that I have with the class, family. With that being said, we're going to jump right in. Listen, family. Also, listen, subscribe to my new page called Bitmax. B-I-T-S Max, M-I-C-S. Bitmax, I'm sorry, B-I-T Max, M-A-C-S. Subscribe to my YouTube page, family. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment, and let the folks know that you can always come to Bitmax and always find out the latest news and everything that's going on with the crypto market. So with that being said, let me share my screen. We're going to jump right in this, family. All righty. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it straight to coin market cap, like I always like to do, right? We're going to refresh. And right now we can see Grand Rising family, how y'all doing today? That the market I want to welcome you to that the market cap is $555 billion. We down. We was up to 580 billion. So we know we're in a correction, family. So right now, Bitcoin is at $18,728. We're actually in the correction stage. Ethereum at $572. Family, we're corrected. XRP at 56 cents. Litecoin is down 9% at $80. Chainlink is down 8% at $12.81. Cardano is down 9% to 14 cents, right, family? Stellar is down to 16 cents, family. So right now, we need to watch this as this unfolds and try to buy the dip, family. Because this may be our last time to get some of these altcoins at a cheap price before we go up. And like always, you always want to buy the dip, family. You do not want to be buying it all the time when the price is going up. You want to buy the dip. That's when you buy so you can see the massive gains, family. So right now, the overall market is down 4.07% today. We are correcting. I expect a 15 to 20% correction, and we're going down. You can see it. It's a red day, but a red day means a day that you can buy. This is when you want to get in and you want to get these positions, especially when you catch them to bottom out. Catch them when they bottom out, you jump right in. So let's jump into this news, family, right? We're going to start off with a bit of good news, right? Some of the big news is Microsoft Strategy buys additional 50 million in Bitcoin. So MicroStrategy just brought another 50 million in Bitcoin, right? So this is some good news. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor announced his company's third Bitcoin purchase on Twitter Friday evening, per SEC filings the same day. Seller purchased 2,574 Bitcoins for 50 million in cash, bringing the business intelligence company's treasury holdings to approximately 40,824 Bitcoins. It said MicroStrategy first brought 250 million in Bitcoin on August 11th by additional 175 million worth of Bitcoin 1 month later. So family, you have these Fortune 500 companies and this institutionalized money that's coming into Bitcoin. Family, they're not coming into this crypto space unless they know what's up. They can see what's going on and they expect that things will change. But right now, we're in the midst of a little correction, but the correction does as well. Let's go to some more news, right? Here we go. U.S. lawmakers seek to make stablecoins illegal without federal approval, family. This is where it gets interesting. A new bill introduced to Congress seeks to control the entire stablecoin industry by requiring all related activities to obtain federal approval first. So we're going to listen to it, to the article, then we're going to go a little bit further. It might not want to play. So if it don't want to play, we're going to keep it moving. I don't want to play, so we'll just keep it moving, right? It say a new bill introduced to the United States Congress on Wednesday could enforce blanket regulation on all stablecoins. If passed, any service provided in relation to these type of cryptocurrencies would become illegal without first receiving approval by multiple government bodies, family, right? It shall be unlawful for any person to issue a stablecoin or stablecoin related product to provide any stablecoin related service or otherwise engage in any stablecoin related commercial activity, including activity involving stablecoins issued by other persons without obtaining written approval in advance. Look at, they are coming after stablecoins, family. Now, listen, dub the Stable Act. We're going to look at this Stable Act in a second, family, so we can see what's really going on right here. But listen at this. And all of us who went out and voted, right? All you people who voted, and when you voted with your emotions and then vote with common sense. So we voted with emotion. So now we got to deal with the results of this election. We have to deal with who we voted in office. Here we go. Democratic Party Congresswoman Rashid Tlaib. She don't even look like she's from America. That name, let me leave that alone. The lead instigator of the bill. So she is the lead instigator of the bill, Rashid Tlaib. You ain't even American. Let me get off that, right? Stated that the Stable Act is designed to protect people of color and other minority groups who lack access to regulated financial systems? Are you kidding me? This is what you're saying why you're pushing this? Is to protect people of color and other minority groups who lack access to regulated financial service? How are you protecting us? Huh? Let's talk about it. Since you want to say that you're going to protect people of color, right, who lack access to regulated financial service, how? By making it so that the Federal Reserve controls the stablecoins? This is how you're going to help people? No, this is nothing but a power grab. This is nothing but the big bad wolf deciding that, guess what? If you're going to have anything, we want our piece of the pie. It's just like when you move into a new neighborhood, right? When you're moving into a new neighborhood, you got people in the neighborhood or old way of things being done in the neighborhood, right? Or you got the old bully on the block that's controlling the block in your neighborhood, right? And if you move in and you try to set up shop, they want a piece of the pie. Okay, well, you can set up shop, but you got to give me a certain percentage of what you make, right? If you open up a business in a new community, you got to pay taxes for opening up that business in that community because they have to tax you, right? Because you can't just move in nobody neighborhood, start setting up shop, making money without them taxing you, right? Without them finding a way to tax you or get a piece of your pie. This is essentially what the U.S. government is coming up with these Democratic Party congresswoman, the one who headed this. This is basically what they're saying right now. That no, look, stablecoins, they making money. They got $1 billion worth. Oh, and we ain't getting nothing out of this. Oh no, we gotta find a way that we can try to control them in the name of regulations and protecting the consumer. right? This is the name that they're using. They're protecting the consumer. This is their excuse. When they're not really protecting the consumer, their name of the game is, let me get a piece of the pie. Let me find a way to control this. We have to be in total control. I can have a whole lecture on this just itself, right? Let me keep going. So listen. So it says, in an 8-post thread on Twitter, Circle CEO and co-founder Jeremy Alara claimed that the act will represent a huge step backward for digital currency innovations in the United States, limiting the accelerated progress of both the blockchain and fintech industry, right? It says, Wyoming House Representative Tyler Lindholm, we need to call these representatives. They representatives, we need to get them a call. Believes that the act goes against the crypto sector's fundamental ethos of decentralization. It says, centralization of power for a decentralized world? No thanks. This industry has been light years more successful in bringing financial freedom to the unbanked, and that happened without cronyism as suggested in this bill. That's so true. Because, look, this was Shakeshift CEO said, let's not force crypto to act like the banks maybe, and indeed it can't and won't, right? This is nothing more than a power grab by these Democratic Congresswoman, Rashid Tlaib, because she's the lead investigator of this bill. She's the instigator. She's the one that's pushing this, right? You need to go, listen, you need to go back to your country. Like, that's what you need to do, right? Let me get off that, right? She's the main one pushing this mess and trying to get them to regulate something that doesn't need to be regulated. But let's keep going, right? Let me go to another article. Here we go again. Tlaib, Garcia, and Lynn introduced legislation protecting consumers from crypto-related financial threats. This is what they are telling us, family. This is the way they see. And what's funny is this, man. People read this and actually think that this is to help you. This ain't to help us. This is for them to regulate it. They want to regulate what's going on. These stable coins are actually having a major impact, and they're making the dollar look weird. They're making these other currencies in these other countries look weird, and probably start to make them see how real currency is supposed to work. And they can't have it because it's a threat, family. This is a threat. This is a threat. I ain't gonna talk about it, man. This is a threat, family. Y'all need to take my advanced crypto class. I talked about this in the class. Actually, I just talked about this, but similar to this in a different way. And y'all will be surprised what the government is doing. You need to take my class, family. Y'all, if y'all into crypto, you want to pay that $99 and join Max crypto advanced crypto class so you can get this information, family. I'm telling y'all, this right here is nothing. This is just the tip of the iceberg. It's so much more that they're doing that it's ridiculous, right? But here they go. This week, Congresswoman Rashid Tlaib, along with Congressman Jesus Shu Garcia and Chairman of the Task Force of Financial Technology, Republican Stephen Lynch. That's the only name that seems like it's American. This Garcia and this Tlaib, they don't even seem like they're American. They immigrants that moved over here. That's all I can tell you by the last name, right? And here they go. Yo, let me get off that, man, before people, let me get off that, right? But here we go, right? It says the Stable Act will remedy some of these challenges at the time when the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed. Here we go. But this is what's interesting. Let's read some of it. It says require any prospective issue of a stablecoin to obtain a banking charter. How hard it is to get a banking charter? The purpose of these stablecoins is to remove the banks. But now you got to get a banking charter? Okay. Require that any company offering stablecoin services must follow the appropriate banking regulations under the existing regulatory jurisdictions, right? Require that any company or bank issuing a stablecoin to notify and obtain approval from the Fed. Let me read this again. It says require that any company or bank issuing a stablecoin to notify and obtain approval from the Fed, the FDIC, and the appropriate banking agency 6 months prior to its issuance and maintain an ongoing analysis of potential systematic impacts and risks. Now, check this out. And require that any stablecoin issuer obtain FDIC insurance or otherwise maintain reserves at the Federal Reserve to ensure that all stablecoins can be readily converted into United States dollars on demand. Let me read this again. But these last two is very important. It's very important, right? Listen, require that any bank or bank issuing a stablecoin to notify and obtain approval from the Fed, the FDIC, and the appropriate banking agency 6 months prior to the issuance and maintain an ongoing analysis of potential systematic impacts and risks. So they want you to get approval from the Fed and the FDIC and the appropriate banking agency 6 months prior to even issuing your stablecoin. And then once you issue it, you must maintain an ongoing analysis of potential systematic impacts and risks. So what are they talking about, the systematic impacts and risks? What is it going to impact and what is the risk? The impacts is on the American dollar. That's the impact they're worried about of these stable coins to the American dollar. Because a lot of people have more faith in these stable coins now than the American dollar. Because you see cash going into the stable coin all day long because they stable. And you don't see the value of it going up and down like the American dollar. It's a threat to United States existence and the government with these stable coins. And let's go to the next one. And require that any stablecoin issuer obtain FDIC insurance or otherwise maintain reserves at the Federal Reserve. So they obtain FDIC insurance. So you have to get FDIC insurance, right? Or otherwise maintain reserves at the Federal Reserve. So in other words, if you either you got the insurance or you got to keep your money at the Federal Reserve. And the reason to keep your money at the Federal Reserve is just to ensure that all stable coins can be readily converted into United States dollars on demand. So what do you think if you have your money saved or stored in the Federal Reserve? What is the Federal Reserve going to do with that money? Yo, y'all have, this is into financial literacy because the Federal Reserve, they lend that money out. They lend that money out and they get paid interest on it. They don't just sit in the bank. That ain't what they do with the money. But yet they want you to leave your money in there with them. And they're not going to leave the money in the bank. I got lectures on this where I talk about this and break this down, what the banks do with our money. And in particular, this is in reference to the repo market. I got a lecture where I talk about the repo market. This is right in line with the repo market and what they do with the money, but it's interesting, right? So it said getting ahead of the curve. Well, I don't even care about that right there. So in other words, they are basically saying that to issue a stable coin, you have to do all the regulations and go through all the steps as if you was a bank, but they're not calling you a bank. You see that? Do you see that in the wording? You're doing everything that a bank has to do, but yet not given the title of a bank. Why they don't want you to get the title of a bank? Because if they give you the title of a bank, what do banks have in their possession? They have currency, right? Or legal tender. So if you have to start, they making these stable coins go through the loops as if they are becoming banks, but they're not giving them the name of a bank because they don't want to officially come out and call stable coins currency. Because if they have to call stable coins currency, the crypto market, Bitcoin, will also have to be labeled a currency. And this is where they don't want it to come out. But they, in other words, they are saying that stable coins is a currency, is a legal tender. They are saying that indirectly without saying it. And this is how they're going to try to tax it. But if you was in my advanced crypto class, you already know about this because I already broke this down. This ain't nothing new. We already talked about this because we know where this is headed. And we don't play checkers around here. We play chess. So to play chess, you got to be 2-3 moves ahead. We already ahead of this. So when this stuff started coming out today, I sent our part 2 out this morning. I talked about this before it even came out. Because we're ahead of the game, family. No, y'all better pay. If you into cryptocurrency, I don't care who you've been following so far. If you are into cryptocurrency, you need to pay that $99 and you need to join this class, family. You need to email me at bmac252.sf and get a part of this class. This right here that I'm giving y'all for free, this not even in the class. This is free stuff. You just take it. You can have it. But in my class, we go into depth about this because we know where they headed with this. And that's why we know what to buy, family. You need to join that class, right? So this is what they're doing, family. And the fact that they tried to throw this slick stuff in here about color. Now, this right here is just what like took me over the top. When you say preventing cryptocurrency providers for repeating the crimes against low and moderate income residents of color traditional big banks have is critically important. Yo, y'all not gonna use people of color or low and moderate income residents to push y'all bull crap. Because when you talk to most residents or you talk to most people, especially in my community, you may only got 20 to 30% of us that even know anything about this, that's even involved in this type of market. But yet you're gonna use this as your reason? Nah, it don't fly. It ain't flying with me, buddy. Nah, y'all can push that down the road, buddy. That's for somebody else. Y'all are lying, and y'all ain't gonna use residents of color as y'all scapegoat to push this mess through. Because we not following you, buddy. We all for crypto. We all for because the problem is crypto is leveling the playing field. Crypto don't mind, crypto don't see color. Crypto don't know what your race is. Crypto don't know what your race is. Crypto don't even know if you male or female. Crypto don't even know that. So you can't put the race in the color or the low income or the high income or the moderate income into this equation. Because crypto don't know none of that. Crypto don't know none of that. Only thing crypto knows is let's mine, let's answer these questions, and let's mine and let's build. That's all crypto know. Anything else, that's people putting their own insight into it. And we got to stop this because it's getting dangerous. But yo, again, y'all voted for these Democrats. So we got to deal with the consequences of who we put in office, right? So now, let me get here to the where I'm going. Let me get back to this coin market cap. So family, things looking red. It's looking bad. Now I did tell y'all that I was going to show y'all. One coin that while everything else is going down, this one coin is going up. And guess what that coin is, family? I've been telling y'all, it's called NEXO. In the midst of the storm, it's still going up. Let me go here. It was at 40 cents when I started, so it's dipping a little bit. But it's still, in the midst of it, it's, okay, well now it's down 0.16%. Oh, it done changed again. It's up 50.75% in the midst of all this. In the midst of all this, it's still going up, family. So, yo, listen, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to Max Crypto News and subscribe to Bittrex on YouTube so you can catch Max Crypto News at all times. Again, if you're interested in joining that advanced crypto class for $99, email me at bmac252.sf@gmail.com. And you will get this information. And no matter when you join, even though we're in the second week, you still will get access to all the videos. And the way I teach so you can start in the present. So you can start with the video that went out today and be abreast and work your way backwards so you can start getting in right where we at. Because we don't want nobody to jump in and be late. You can jump in right with us and move back. But once we get to like video 4 and 5, it may be a little bit harder, right? But with that being said, fam, look, peace. I love y'all. Hey, look, I'll check y'all later. Listen, hey, y'all subscribe to Bittrex on YouTube. Subscribe to my page, all right? With that being said, peace, family.